The field on a beautiful sun-splashed afternoon. Gavin Williams is on the bump, and he's facing a Twins lineup that, you know, look, they didn't put up much offensively last night, but neither did the Guardians.
No, it was a tough game for the offenses last night. Just a 2-1 ball game in 11 innings. But Gavin's going to come down and continue to try put up zeros on the board, and he's done a good job of doing that this year, making his 9th start. It'll be his 8th career start against Minnesota, where he's pitched very well. He's 3-2 with a 2.61 ERA. And his prior 7 starts, he's allowed 1 run or fewer in 5 of the 7 against this ball club.
Here is the starting lineup for the Minnesota Twins, and rather than go through the rigmarole of the lineup, let me just point out that Byron Buxton bookended the game last night. He started the game with a home run. He ended the game with a double. They were the only 2 hits for the entire game the Minnesota Twins had, and yet they won.
Incredible. Let's check the defense behind Williams today. It'll be Martinez in left, Kwan in center, DeLauder in right. On the infield, Schneemann at third, Rocchio the shortstop, Bazan at second. Manzardo is at first, and Bailey behind the plate.
Our first look at Patrick Bailey, the newly acquired catcher behind home plate. And his first reception of a Gavin Williams fastball is in there for strike 1. Game top temperature 56 degrees, not a cloud in sight. Light breeze blowing in. Another fastball, and it's 0-2.
We talked about Gavin's last start here at home against Tampa. He was so smooth and easy. That ball was moving. He had outstanding control. Did not walk a batter.
Missed a little high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just a couple of North Carolina boys playing pitch and catch.
Why not? Call that country hardball.
The 1-2. And Buxton trying to hold up. Did he go? He did not, says first base umpire Brock Ballou.
That's awfully close.
Chopped and it's going to go foul. Third base side. Daniel Schneemann over there, and for Jose Ramirez in the hot corner today. Jose DH. Jose's got himself a souvenir.
How much they pay you? How much? And eBay. I see you.
eBay? eBay.
He's calling Andre out. You're putting that ball on eBay, Andre. Here's the 2-2. And ring him up. Buxton could not pull the trigger. And Gavin with a strikeout to start the afternoon.
Yeah. A nice breaking ball right there, inside part of the plate, locked up Buxton, and he knew it. So he'll go down as a strikeout victim. That ball almost popped out of the glove.
Trevor Larnach 0 for 2. Last night he was a guy that's been swinging the bat well. Hits in 7 of his last 10 games. Ate him up. Tell you one thing, he is coming out breathing fire with the fastball. Up to 98 miles an hour.
Well, left-handers on the year hitting just 173 against Gavin. He does not give up many hits.
Yanked foul.
You know, you'll see some swings and misses. You will see some foul balls, but boy, it's tough to center on Gavin's pitches.
Tony Arterich is managing the ball club in absence of Stephen Vogt, who's down with an illness. Larnach spun out of the way with a fastball.
Lingering for him, huh? Respiratory issues?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. That's just, he's not feeling great. And the 2-2.
I thought you were a doctor. You told me you were.
I'm a doctor of many things, not medicine.
I got medicine from you before.
I have a doctorate. I do have a doctorate degree.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I'm just saying. The 3-2 pitch. Make that to go. Ring him up. Back-to-back Ks to start the afternoon for the big rig.
Batting third for Minnesota, the catcher, number 27.
Both coming on the breaking ball. There it is. 83 miles per hour. Had a good chunk of the plate. And they just could not pull the trigger. Must be looking for that heater.
Yeah, and he is using, Patrick Bailey is using that smaller glove that we saw him with yesterday,
well,
guys.
that's what you call good hands.
No doubt.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, and strong hands.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Well, a typical
What did I
catcher.
tell you guys when I came up yesterday? He shook my hand. I go, yep, he's a catcher. About broke my hand.
Skip to Malou to the backstop it goes. Ryan Jeffers did not play last night, but he's off to a great start. Tell you what, Gavin, that's a free and easy 98 here today.
Well, 10 strikes out of his last out of the 16 pitches he's made. Well, he's got a good feel for it early. Lost that one. That's the big slow sweeper.
Jeffers in his last 10 against Cleveland has batted an even 300 with a double, a homer, and 5 runs batted in. Now the 2-2. Popped up foul, and that's out of play.
You can see Jeffers choking up as well. Give him a little back control. You get to 2 strikes against a guy like this. That certainly helps.
The 2-2 to third. Schneemann sets, fires, got him. The Twins go 1-2-3, and the Guardians are coming to bat. Starting lineup. It'll be Stephen Kwan leading it off, followed by Chase DeLauder. Jose Ramirez DHing today. He'll bat third. Kyle Manzardo hits cleanup, followed by Daniel Schneemann, then Angel Martinez. Travis Bazzana bats seventh. Patrick Bailey, the newest Guardian, hitting eighth, and Brian Rocchio will bat ninth. Derek Shelton used 6 different Minnesota relief pitchers behind starter Joe Ryan last night. Today, he's going to have to really dig into that bullpen because that's all they have. They don't have a starter. Andrew Morris, who pitched last night out of the bullpen and authored 2/3 of a scoreless inning, will be the opener.
He pitched so well, he's bringing him right back to start this game. He walked 1, struck out 1.
Up the middle, cut off by Brooks Lee, and a good throw on the run for out number 1.
Let's check out Morris's numbers. You can see this is going to be the 9th game as an opener. First major league start. Only pitched 16 in the 3rd innings. We do not know how long he's going to go. If he goes more than 1, if he can get through, we will soon find out.
Chase DeLauder, you know how that goes. It's all about how efficient he can be, how patient Guardians hitters will be here in the early going. DeLauder bangs one on the ground to second, and Keyshaw flips it over. 2 ground ball outs. Toyota keys to the game, open and close. We just talked about it for Minnesota. This is a bullpen game. My goodness. The runners in scoring position last night. Oh, it was wild. I mean, neither team did anything, but the Guardians left 13 men on base. 3 different times they left the bases loaded. So many opportunities. I mean, Minnesota, they only left 6 men on base. They didn't have any chances.
But I'll say this, the guy at the plate, Jose's DHing, but today he's come to the dugout. He's trying to get guys loose, guys. He feels what you guys are feeling.
2 outs.
Mother's Day, we go to the 2nd inning, no score. Gavin Williams facing Josh Bill, the Minnesota designated hitter, and he fouls it off to the left. Josh Bill, in his last 13 games, has struck out 15 times, including 4 last night.
Yeah, he had a rough night, and it's not going to get any easier today.
That's why he's up there swinging early.
Yeah, he's caught in between. Bibee did the same thing later in the game. You know, he got that fastball by him, and he mixed up changeup, so he had him really in between last night.
Gavin's 2-strike pitch. In tight.
I mean, with the 3 pitches that they face Minnesota in this series, you could come in here and have a rough series as far as hits go. But they did get 13 hits in the good one, and there goes another strikeout for Josh Bell.
Batting fifth for Minnesota, right fielder number 16.
Another breaking ball, and guess what? Another called strikeout. All 3 have been called.
Here is Austin Martin. He's been swinging it, man. Last 23 games hitting at a 364 clip. 3 for 7 in the series, including a double.
Yeah, he keeps those hands down close to that back shoulder. And he is very quick to the baseball. He'll use the whole field. And having a nice start to this season. Coming in hitting 326.
Check, did he go? He did not. Patrick Bailey, the first thing you hear about him when other people talk about him is his ability to present the baseball. Pitch framing, present it to the umpire. He's one of the, if not the best in baseball at doing it. And a lot of people thought, well, now that there's ABS, you know, pitch framing, that's going to be a thing of the past. You won't really be rewarded for it. Well, take a look at this. This is with ABS this year. Pitches that have been called strikes out of the zone with Patrick Bailey behind the plate. That's a lot of stolen strikes.
Boy, I'll say.
It's amazing. His reputation makes players not want to go to the ABS. They feel like if they call it and he catches it and it's called a strike, it's a strike.
Well, and that was part of the issue with the Giants. And look, they have many because the season has not gone as anybody probably in San Francisco would have hoped to this point. But even with an elite catcher like Patrick Bailey, he can't help their staff. He couldn't steal enough strikes when
So they're all over the place.
Yes.
Yeah. The staff is a little wild, you're saying?
There is some thought that maybe by removing Bailey, it'll force them to have to throw the ball
Be more aggressive
into the strike zone because they won't have the luxury of him behind the plate anymore. Swing and a miss. He blew it by Luke Keyshaw.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that because the Giants are getting ready to hook up, I think, with a 4-game series against the Dodgers starting tomorrow.
The 1-2. Back out of play. Martin's running, and the ball is popped up by
They
Keyshaw.
got a chance for a double play, an easy one, easy one.
Manzardo with the flip to Gavin, and the inning is over. Martin took off, never located the ball, and it's an easy inning-ending double play. Top half of the second inning came to an end when Austin Martin, he took off, head down, Straight steal. Now he either didn't hear the ball get hit or had no idea where it was because it was too late.
He's going to learn that when you start just taking off, you got to look after about 3 steps. You got to look back in to see what the hitter's going to do with the baseball. Even though it's a steal, there was 2 strikes, so he tried to put it in play, but he never picked up the ball, and it was an easy double play.
Sarah Auto Park pitching change here in the 2nd inning. Kendry Rojas into the game for Minnesota. So Andrew Morris, the opener, gave him a 1-2-3 first, and now Rojas figures to give them a couple of innings at least. He's done that on multiple occasions with the big league club and down in the minor leagues. Kyle Manzardo leading off for Cleveland, a hit in 5 of his last 6 games, including last night in which he knocked in the Guardians' only run of the affair. Going back to your point about taking off, I think it would almost be harder to just try to straight steal second base without looking.
Yeah,
it's almost you have to peek, don't you?
Yeah, you have to peek. I mean, you got to teach yourself how to do that.
It's a 4-pitch walk for Kyle Manzardo.
And that's, boy, they had their share of walks, 9 last night, and also a hit batter. The Guardians could not take advantage of it.
Daniel Schneemann had a couple of those walks in the game last night. And looks at ball 1 outside. You know, there's an old saying in baseball, if you score a lot of runs or you get a lot of hits, everybody says you should have saved some of those for tomorrow.
Right.
And Minnesota is probably thinking, that's not just a saying, because that actually happened to us. They went from a season high 13 hits on Friday to a season low 2 hits last night.
And they won the game with 2 hits.
Yeah, they lose the game with 13
right.
and win the game with 2. I mean, you try to figure this game out, you just drive yourself crazy.
Baseball. It's exactly what some of the guys on the bench said last night. That's how baseball works. Just keep hitting and keep pushing yourself through it.
Well, you have no choice. There's games every day, and you're glad there are.
And that's what I was saying, you know, in the first inning when Jose was up. He went out of his way to be loose early on to kind of loosen these guys up. Forget about last night. Let's go back at it today and get this win and get over it and forget about it.
Right. You win today, you win the series. I mean, that's what it's all about. Oh, that was
very borderline. That was as borderline a move as far as a balk is concerned.
Well, let's see if his leg went straight up or
he's like that's right on that imaginary 45 degree line.
I don't know what they
angle?
see over there from that, but you know.
Low.
You don't see many guys taking moves like that, left-handers anymore. They're either slower or they step off or they give you a quick throw to first. But Manzardo not a base stealer, so you don't have to waste your good move on him.
Oh, just missed, and now a challenge
Pitcher called the ball
by Ryan Jeffers, ABS powered by T-Mobile. Quinn Walcott, the crew chief, he called it ball 4. It is in fact a strike.
Calls overturned, pitches a strike. Minnesota has 2 challenges remaining.
Daniel Schneemann strikes out for the first out of the inning.
I get a kick out of, you know, when they challenge, a hitter challenges and they got to go check it. They're always talking to the catcher. Well, what'd you think? You think it was a strike? Well, and it's gone a lot against us this year. But Minnesota, as we showed you yesterday, they have made more challenges than anybody in baseball.
Angel Martinez attempting a bunt, fouled it back.
That to me looked more like a push bunt than he was going to try and bunt it down the third baseline. With the left-hander on the mound, you bunt it towards second base. He's playing the Keyshaw's playing him up the middle.
And now, after a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, Martinez finds himself down 0-2. Angel, who was swinging the bat really well last 5 games, the magic has not been there. 1 out of his last 15.
Well, you get on rolls, and you know, sometimes then you start slowing down a little bit. But this is the side of the plate that he's the strongest at, the right side. Hitting .253 from this side of the dish.
Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts after the leadoff walk.
Batting 7 for Cleveland, second baseman number 37.
And with 2 down, up comes Travis Bazzana. Bazzana has hit in 5 of his last 7. He has also shown a very disciplined approach at the plate. He's walked 6 times in his last 8 games. Last night he walked and was hit by a pitch. Pretty soon you would imagine teams are going to at least attempt to challenge him more often than not, because if you walk him, he's going to run. He's stolen 7 bases in the last 8 games.
He's been very aggressive on the base paths. So yeah, I mean, that certainly helps when you can come up as a young hitter and you know that strike zone like he's showing he does. You're going to force pitchers to get the ball on the plate more. They're seeing if he wants to swing at pitches, and he's very patient. He's been in very good hitters counts since he's been up here. And the thing of it is, he doesn't know a lot of these pitchers, and he's going to start to get to know them a little bit and how they're trying to pitch to him, and everything will start kicking in place. But when he gets on base, he makes something happen.
Kendry Rojas with the 3-1 pitch, and he took a little something off and missed inside. Ball 4. Second walk of the inning. And Patrick Bailey will now bat for the first time as a Cleveland Guardian with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 2. This back-to-back Gold Glove winner, highly touted for his defense, but offensively he was hitting .146 with San Francisco with a 1 homer, 5 runs batted in, fouled back. And Buster Posey, a former catcher himself, after the trade basically said, we're looking for a little more offense.
Well, they've got some good catchers over in that organization that, you know, maybe a lot of people don't know about. At this point, they're good young catchers, and they need offense.
They're good offense, so they're good hitting prospective catchers. Let's put it that way. I mean, they're definitely going to miss the defense of Bailey. The 0-2 popped up on the infield, right in front of the pitcher's mound. And the first baseman, Cody Clemens, makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, 2 left. Through 2, no score in Cleveland.
Take pictures with the trophy. 10,000 fans will receive a T-shirt courtesy of Phantom Fireworks, and all fans can enjoy post-game fireworks presented by Century Federal.
Cody Clemens leading off the third inning for Minnesota. And Gavin Williams pumps it by him. 0-2. Now the two-strike pitch is blooped toward left, near the line, slicing, fair ball. And Cody Clemens into second base with a leadoff bloop double.
First hit of the ball game, and that was just served out to left field. He took that breaking ball and he was watching. That one was not a strike. It was a very good pitch. He did a terrific job to get a base hit. He just took what was given. So Clemens will cruise into second base, his fifth double, and a leadoff start to this third inning.
There is Brooks Lee. Lee with a hit in 6 of his last 8 games.
Lee saved the game twice last night for Minnesota, late in the ball game, making a couple tremendous plays at short.
Way out in front. No balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, it was not lost on Derek Shelton that Brooks Lee saved their bacon last night.
Boy, oh boy.
He said he's worked very hard to improve his defense at shortstop. And he smacks it through the hole on the left side. Around third, Cody Clemens will hold. And the Twins have runners at the corners. Nobody out here in the third inning.
Boy, just what you wanted to do. That's the second straight 0-2 hit that Gavin's given up. And watch this fastball come in, and you had all the infielders moving. You got Rocchio right behind him because Clemens was dancing off there. That's wide open hole, and he gets a fastball and just slaps it the other way, even though they can only move up a base. They have him set at the corners now with back-to-back 0-2 hits.
And now Royce Lewis. 1 for 7 in the series. Infield in. And a fastball finds the outside corner for strike 1. To the backstop it goes, and Bailey could not scoop that. And on the wild pitch, the Twins take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, this one gets away. Gavin spikes it in that left-handed batter's box, gets all the way back to the screen. Both runners advance on the wild pitch. And Minnesota on the board.
Swings and misses, and Gavin gets his 4th strikeout. We'll get a word here from Cleveland Clinic.
When you make complexities your specialties, you redefine what's possible. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
Cut under that breaking ball. Buxton struck out looking his first time up. Five hits in the series, including 2 doubles and 2 home runs.
He's swinging it as well as we've seen him for quite some time, and he just missed that one, but that shows you how tough it is to center a Gavin Williams fastball when it's up in the zone.
Art, you mentioned this last night. Look at the last 23 games. He had no home runs for 14, and he's just gone crazy.
I know. He has been on fire, 13 of them. And I mean, he's in that box with a lot of confidence as a hitter right now, seeing everything very well.
And the home run last night, he hooked. You know, that was a pitch that was outside, didn't get away as far as Bybee wanted it to.
No, it was the outside part of the plate.
Yeah.
I mean, on the edge. But you got to stay off that plate because he's covering that part of the plate now with breaking balls.
He has 8 home runs and 3 doubles in his last 13 games. Remember, he's the reigning American League Player of the Week. Now the 1-2. Up and away.
Can't say it very often, Matt, but he basically won the game for the Twins last night.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yes, we would have had a no-hitter.
We did for 9 innings. I didn't even realize it. For 9 innings, they didn't have a hit yesterday.
Innings 2 through 10.
Yes. He led the game off with a dinger. That was that slider away. That was 1-0, and they did not have a hit until that one there in the 11th.
High pop. You won't see one higher than this. Schneeman to the dugout. He's got it. 2 down.
Yeah, that took some time to get down. And look at, you can't take your eyes off of it. He's got the sunglasses, but the sun wasn't in his eyes. But he couldn't take his eye off of it.
That was a Ray Guy punt.
Yes. And then some.
Hard hit ball. Lozano had a little trouble with it. Recovers, throws, got it. And the side is retired. Twins get a run on a wild pitch. They lead 1-0. Thank you, Andre.
Yes, sir.
Happy birthday. Where'd they get all those pictures, pal? What were you going through your photo album last night?
Somebody's got some splaining to
We
do.
dug deep, baby. Happy birthday, pal.
Thank you. 1-0 Twins here. Bottom of the third. Brian Rocchio leads it off for Cleveland. And Kendry Rojas delivers, and Rocchio punches it through the right side of the infield.
Nice way to start. Nice base knock the other way. Stay on the baseball. That's something that more hitters should continue to do. Nice easy ground ball finds its way through. So first hit for the Guardians today.
Top of the order, Stephen Kwan grounded out. His first time up. That one knocked the bat right out of his hands.
He was trying to get up and out of the way, and that did. I thought it caught a piece of the arm, but I guess it got the bat. He didn't say anything. Up and under. The knob of the bat. How about that? What are the chances? Wow. I mean, the percentages of that happening. That's a good thing it didn't get him in the hand.
And Kwan takes that's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, now what do we have here? Don't break our booth. We only have 1. Ah, is that chocolate pudding?
Is that chocolate pudding?
Are you singing? I can't hear you.
The audio. Fix the audio, Schnack.
Thank you, Slider. Thank you. Juan goes down swinging. One away here in the third. I couldn't hear him.
Matt, you got a heck of a deal, man.
That's it's spare no expense around here. I'm not sure. Is that a candle or can I actually eat that?
No, I wouldn't. Andre, come here. We got something for you to try.
No, you get at the Tommy. Tommy likes it.
Chase DeLauder lines a base hit into center field, and Brian Rocchio will stop at second. So the Guardians have 2 hits in the inning. And DeLauder, who had his 11-game hitting streak come to an end last night, has now hit in 14 of his last 16 ball games.
Well, there's a nice little cutter up there, and he stayed on it beautifully. Take it back up the middle, as he so often does. Now you got a couple of runners on for Jose.
Ramirez 3 for 7 in the series. 2 more walks for Jose. 9 in his last 9 ball games. Almost threw it into center field. Rojas came off the pitching rubber and just launched one, but Keishel wasn't at the base. That's the second time I've seen that in a week.
Well, he made a nice play, but this one was on at least it split the bag in half, it almost looked like. So he didn't go to the shortstop side. But he's lucky it didn't get into center field.
Jose takes. It's a fastball. You can see him shaking that head.
Yeah, it seems like he's caught in between.
Runners are itching to go, and that's down and in.
Yeah, but you gotta settle down, man. When you got Jose in the box, let him take his hacks.
Rocchio's engine is always revving in the red line.
Well, I'm sure Jose will tell him something when he gets back to the dugout. Not with 2 strikes. Give him a chance to drive him in.
Slow chopper up the middle and through. Around third, Rocchio will score. DeLauder goes all the way to third, and the Guardians have tied the game on Jose Ramirez's 16th RBI of the season. It's their 3rd hit in the inning.
Well, that's what you needed, and the ball wasn't hit that hard. It was placed perfectly right up the middle. And he just beats it into the ground. It got a nice high hop and skips through the infield to get the Guardians on the board. And they're at the corners again, and they've tied the ball game up with a chance to now take the lead.
And they're still at the corners for Kyle Manzardo. He was the first hitter Rojas faced last inning, and he walked him. You know, going back to that play that Chase DeLauder made on that hit by Ramirez, Cody Clemens, he's holding Ramirez at first base.
Oh yeah, you have to hold him there.
But with first and second, he was playing behind DeLauder and well off the line, and so Chase got probably an extra, I'd say 5 to 10 feet on this lead, because he's going as far off as Clemens was,
and allowed him to go to third.
And as soon as that ball was hitting the ground, he took off. They didn't have a chance to make a play on him. One ball, 1 strike. Manzardo with a half dozen runs batted in in his last 6 games. In the air, left field near the line. Larnach now coming in the foul ground, up against the netting, and he could not make a play.
That's too bad. I think that would have been deep enough to score him too. That ball got pushed into the netting. He had a long way to go, and you see it hits up above his head to come down. And I wish he would have had a chance to catch it. That would have been a run.
Kyle Manzardo down on the count of ball and 2 strikes. First and third, 1 out. Tie game, 3rd inning. And he is rung up on a slider. 4th strikeout for Rojas, 2 down in the inning.
Yeah, locked him up, boy. He just couldn't pull the trigger. So now he's got a chance to get out of it.
Daniel Schneemann. He was called out on strikes on a ABS challenge in the 2nd inning. Talked about Minnesota being the team that has used ABS the most this year, and Jeffers, 31 times he has challenged from behind the plate, and he has won 65% of those
he's
challenges.
been very good, and he got the one going today for him.
Arch with 2 outs. You think Jose will try to make a move to second?
Yes, I do, and he should.
There it is with the ball in the dirt.
Well, that would be a wild pitch
Yep.
now. But yes, I was thinking he should run, because I
Yes.
don't think they're going to throw through with the lefty up. They're going to try, try and get the hitter. It was just a matter you don't get picked off. All right, he just told the umpire he's going to the stretch. Well, a base hit will score 2. That's what you need. You need a 2-out base hit. Get some energy in that dugout. Take a little pressure off the hitters.
3-1.
This gives Schneemann a chance to just settle in and look for his pitch. A fastball, 3-1. He did a good job last night on one. Good eye.
So they are loaded up with 2 down for Angel Martinez. Pete Mackey, the pitching coach, will make a trip to the mound.
Angel was frustrated with his first at bat. Tried to bunt, then he got a strike on him, got down 0-2. See how he goes about this differently in his 2nd at bat.
Well, you got him loaded.
Right?
Don't try to bunt.
Yeah,
How about that?
He's not going to try that, I can guarantee you
I know it.
But this is his side. As Matt said, he was hitting well for a while. Maybe being in that right-hand batter's box might help him out a little bit.
Well, when you're in a good groove and you've been swinging it well like he has up until his last maybe 3 or 4 games, just make sure you get a pitch to hit.
Right.
One in the strike zone. Don't help him out.
And Arch, I think that's what made him mad. He took the 2nd pitch, and that was the best pitch of the at-bat last time.
Left fielder number 1, Martinez.
Jose knocked in the tying run with an RBI single. Now the go-ahead run is 90 feet away, chased to water. Ramirez at second, Schneemann over at first. And Angel sends a fly ball to fairly deep left center. But on the warning track, Buxton runs it down. They leave him loaded again, but they've tied the game at 1. Thank you for leading off. Ryan Jeffers slams a single into left center field, and it might be a double.
Well, he's going to challenge him.
The throw just couldn't get anything on it. Martinez was kind of fading as he unloaded that ball towards second base. So it is a leadoff double for Ryan Jeffers. Second straight inning the Twins have had a leadoff double.
And wasted no time. Jumped on the first heater.
Josh Bell swinging a miss.
Bell's going to take that timeout. Try and readjust. He's down again 0-2. He's going to at least try to get that runner over or put the ball in play somehow, some way. Did him a favor there.
Up the ladder, he tried to get to it.
Yeah, you're lucky to foul that pitch off there. That was the shoulder height, and that's a big man up in the batter's box. They're going to stay up there, see if he wants to go after it again.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 5 for Gavin Williams.
Now batting for the Twins, right fielder number 16.
Yeah, they've got the big man caught in between, going high fastballs, dropped the breaking ball in there for a strike. It's gone down 6 straight times.
Yeah. Inside ball 1 to Austin Martin, who walked his only time up. That's the only walk issued by Gavin.
Arch, look at Martin. He's got a little bit of a Joe Morgan twitch with his back arm a little bit, the back wing.
Yeah, he keeps the hands
low,
down.
yeah.
You know, they're right in front of that back shoulder. He brings him back a little bit before he gets ready to take his hack.
He looks way more confident in the box than he did compared to last year when we saw him.
Yeah, I mean, he started to pick it up in September
Yes.
when he started to get on his roll last year, and he's carried it over to this year. So he figured something out. You know, he'll shoot that fastball the other way, and if you hang him a breaking ball, he'll turn on it.
He's got to hold to that right side because second baseman's playing more up the middle. So you're right. If he gets one on the outside, he's going to try to do that.
Now the 2-2. Line drive, base hit right field around third. Here comes Jeffers. They're going to get the stop sign as DeLauder came up ready to throw toward home plate.
Good job of hitting there by Martin. You know, he waited back on that breaking ball, didn't try and go out and hit it, and there was a lot of room over on that side of the field. He took advantage of it, advances the runners. So with 1 out, you've got runners at the corner. Still a double play for Williams indeed.
Luke Keyshaw.
Well, the other thing with Bailey, he's got a strong arm, and it'll be curious to see how teams try to run on the Guardians now that he's behind the plate. They tried earlier in the game, and they put some signs on here, Rich.
Well, I would like to see one try.
No doubt.
I mean, you got the guy on first that can run. He's stolen 5, but he's been caught 4 times. But if you got a guy that can
Handle the
throw
bat.
behind the plate, well, I'm just looking to see. They won't send. You got Jeffers at third. If you throw through, you could go ahead.
Off the bat, and it nicked Cody Clemens in the on-deck circle.
And we told you about he's got the quickest pop times in baseball, about 1.89 or 1.85, and you can see the average is about 1.96. And that's quick getting it there. Home.
To third, Schneemann goes to second.
double
There's
play.
one on to first.
Got
They
it.
turn 2 and end the inning. Around the horn they go. Schneemann with a perfect feed to Bazzana. The Guardians turn 2 and get Gavin out of trouble in the 4th. We stay tied at 1. Travis Bazzana leads off, and a swing and a miss. Got a piece of that, and it got a piece of Ryan Jeffers. Let's go down to Andre.
I just wanted to say, as we're getting all our birthdays and happy Mother's Day, and I wanted to say happy Mother's Day and happy birthday to my wife, Jen, who's there with the kids, and we can't say thank you enough for all that she does for us. Happy Mother's Day, happy birthday, Jen.
My birthday buddy.
Yeah, it's your birthday, buddy.
We twinning.
You guys taking all my money. Thank you, honey.
0-1 pitch to Bazzana is a little topper by the mound, and nobody can find the handle on it. Butterfinger.
That's big one,
off the
Sean.
bat of Bazzana.
Well, Rojas had the best play. If he gets it, he can just turn and throw to first base. But he looked like he might have taken his eye off the ball. Had some one hop and just turn and throw, and he just couldn't hold it. It'll go as a hit, though.
So leadoff man aboard for Patrick Bailey. Popped up on the infield in his first at bat as a Guardian. This is the 3rd inning of work for Kendry Rojas.
Well, I mean, he's done a nice job. He had 4 strikeouts, but he's walked 3, so he's thrown a lot of pitches.
Yeah.
You know, he's at, what, 48, 49 pitches here?
The irony there is the guy that they sent out to make room for Kendry Rojas was Cody Funderburg, who in all right should have lost the game for the Twins yesterday. He walked the first 2 he faced, and it didn't look good.
Went to third on a bunt play and loaded the bases.
Yeah, somehow they wriggled off the hook. Clemens goes down to second for 1, back to first, a double play.
Now batting for the Guardians, shortstop number 4, Brian Rocchio.
See Clemens, that's just right to him. He quickly decides I got a chance, go to second. Had time, he wasn't even off the bag, go back to first for the 3-6-3 double play.
And now Brian Rocchio. He singled and scored Cleveland's only run in the 3rd. Hit hard to left. Back goes Larnach on the track at the wall. He can't get it. Into second base with a 2-out double is Brian Rocchio. Larnach did everything in his power to try to make that catch. Just could not bring it in.
I think he got leather on it when he got back to that wall. It's right at the top of that wall right there. Rocchio thought he might have hit a homer, but he's going to run anyway. He's watching it all the way. Here's Larnach going back, jumps up, and Nope, it was just a little wide of that glove. He had it there. See, he had more room. He had one more step he could have taken, and he might have been able to catch that ball. He jumped just a little too early. That'll go as a double for Rocchio, his 5th, with 2 outs.
Well, now Stephen Kwan, who despite his offensive struggles has 10 hits with runners in scoring position. Inside move, he threw it away, and down to third base goes Rocchio.
They keep trying to do it with this guy, and he has a tough time throwing to second base. He almost threw one in there last inning. On the other side, Keyshaw made a nice play to it. This time, he had no chance. When Lee covers, that ball is totally, he's going one way, and the throw's going the other. So there's an error. He moves to third, but the good thing, they have 2 outs.
Trying to safety, or rather, he
was just trying to bunt for a base.
Yeah, with 2 outs.
And he had to bunt it because it would have hit him in the chest.
Yes, that's true.
Watch this. This ball's at him. He can't get out of the way. He's bunting for a base hit for the surprise, but he never took his bat back. And it fouled off. So now it's a 2-2 count.
Kind of a telling moment right there.
Where he's at?
Yeah. And he takes a called third strike, and now he decides to challenge.
Batter's challenging.
That was right on that borderline of how much time they allot you.
There we go again.
Call's confirmed, pitch is a strike. Cleveland has 1 challenger.
5th strikeout for Kenry Rojas. Guardians can't take advantage here in the 4th, and we stay tied. Brought to you by Levin Furniture and Mattress, your mattress headquarters. Guys got your helmet.
Yeah, he does. Schnacky took it down and gave it to him.
Oh, Arts, they've been looking for so long to get a helmet for you, and there it is. Oh, Schnack, good work. Way to find a helmet for our guy. You can hit
He's
now.
got it. Well, you know, we got to cut the ear flaps
you get
off.
double flaps now. You know.
No, I can't wear that.
Kind of looks like the Great Kazoo.
Yes, exactly. Buckethead.
Cody Clemens doubled and scored the Twins' only run in the 3rd. And now he turns on one, hammers it up the alley in right center field. And will he have a double or go for 3?
Double.
He will settle for his 2nd double of the afternoon.
The third
inning
straight.
in a row, yes.
3rd double in a row to lead off an inning. Clemens has 2 of them. Jeffers got one on the first pitch last inning. And there it is. I mean, he just spins that one up there, and that stayed in middle in, and he turned on it. So he's 2 for 2.
Now Brooks Lee slapped a single through the left side of the infield. His last time up. This time he chops on up the middle. And around 3rd, scoring the go-ahead run is Cody Clemens. 2-1 Twins here in the 5th. They went back-to-back with hits in the 3rd. They go back-to-back with hits here in the 5th.
Yeah, those 2 guys have had really nice at-bats off Gavin. This one he pulls a little bit more. That last time up he went to left field so they could only move up 1 base. But here center of the field, you get him a chance. He gets your RBI. Number 24 for Lee, and it gives Minnesota a 2-1 lead.
Down in the dirt, ball one to Royce Lewis. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Bailey gets rid of it in a hurry, and they don't get him. Throw was a little bit to the shortstop side of second base, so it was a long tag attempt for Bazzana.
Yeah, it looked like he got the hand into second base. We'll see if they want to challenge. It's tough to tell. They say no, keep it going. He's going to be safe. Watch him slide to the outside part of the bag. It's a breaking ball. It's a good pitch to throw on. Breaking ball up top. He gets rid of it quickly. There's Bazzana to get it. And you're right, just a little bit. By the time Bazzana could get over there and make a tag, there was no body. Oh, that was close. That was the shoulder. That was really close. Closer than I thought.
Another base hit down the left field line into the corner. 3-1 Twins as Brooks Lee comes home.
He almost fell down going to third.
Third straight hit in the inning for Minnesota.
Up next for Minnesota, the leadoff hitter, number 25.
Second double of the inning.
Yeah, another extra base hit. There was a breaking ball that Lewis just gets the head out and ends up pulling in the corner. See, middle of the plate, he made a mistake right there with that pitch, and they took advantage of it. Well, we mentioned Friday night they had 13 hits in the ball game. They couldn't take advantage of it. They didn't get hits with runners in scoring position, but now they're starting to string them together.
And a word now from Bet365.
Did you win?
Let's just say the next round of omelets is on me, fellas.
Bet $10, get $200 in bonus bets.
Back to the top of the order, Byron Buxton. Buxton 0 for 2 has been called out on strikes and fouled out. And Gavin fires a fastball by him. Chased one, and it's 0-2. Beats it into the ground. Schneemann on the move, has to get rid of it in a hurry, but can't get the speedy Buxton. Yeah. 4 straight hits now for Minnesota.
There's nothing you could do there. Just speed beat that one out. You're playing him deep at third base. Schneemann did everything in his power to make the play. Watch, he charges it. He's got to wait for that hop and get rid of it all in one motion. He does it, but the speed of Buxton just beats it out. So an infield hit, and boy, oh boy, 4 consecutive hits here in the 5th inning.
Trevor Larnach way out in front of the breaking ball. That was a slow hook. Left field, Martinez. They tag up, they bluff. Good throw by Angel, 1 down.
Up next for Minnesota, the catcher, number 27.
And now Ryan Jeffers. He jumped the pitch his last time up in the 4th and socked it for a double.
Tell you what, the bottom part of this lineup's done all the damage today. Clemens, Lee, and Lewis. They're 5 out of 6. And there's the difference. 5 for 11.
Center field, and over to make the catch is Kwan. And there are 2 down.
How about for the Twins, the designated
That'll bring up Josh Bell,
Josh Bell,
which is either good news or bad news based on how you view trends.
It's good news, I'm thinking. Yeah, they've had him in between all day. They've been able to get him to chase, just elevate the fastball. Like that. Get ahead of him, and then you can slow it down if you wanted to. At least that's how it's worked the last 2 nights. Struck out 7 consecutive plate appearances. And an opportunity for another one and end this inning. And then, you know, it'll only be a 2-run lead. Keep it a 3-1 ball game.
And the 0-2. Base hit center field.
0-2.
Around third, Royce Lewis will come home and he will score. The throw to third, not in time.
Another 0-2 hit. So they have done some damage with 2 strikes this afternoon. There it was. It wasn't high enough. That was about belled high, and he was able to get it, the barrel of the bat to it. And with 2 outs, they're off and running. So, man, oh man, 5 hits in the inning. They add that 3rd run on the board and make it a 4-1 ball game now.
As I said, that was either good news or bad news based on the way you view trends. And sooner or later, you know those trends are going to come to an end. 7 straight plate appearances, Bell struck out. He's down 0-2.
Gavin made a bad pitch. He's been middle of the plate, and he didn't get that ball up in the zone. He paid for it.
Austin Martin, the 8th man to bat in the inning.
Hey, coming into this ball game, Minnesota, they scored the 3rd most runs in the American League now. They are at 193 runs they have on the board.
Minnesota, 2 hits in the 3rd, 2 hits in the 4th, now 5 hits here in the 5th.
I mean, think about it. Gavin's tough to get hits on. They have 9 hits now, and you're in the 5th inning. Make it 10.
Another run is in.
Yeah, that's could be the end of the road here.
Minnesota has scored 4 times here in the 5th on 6 hits in this inning alone.
And they're not messing around. They're hitting the ball hard. This is as hard as you'll see any team hit Gavin this year. And that's a breaking ball, middle of the plate. He is not on edges. He's getting too much of the plate, and the hitters are letting you know it.
Guardians get the bullpen busy. And there's a first pitch curveball in for a strike.
Second one we've seen this inning, because he's not. Other breaking pitches are middle of the plate.
Luke Keyshaw, the 9th man to bat in the inning. He's down 0-2.
That's got to be the most hits given up by Gavin, I think, in his career.
Swung on and missed. He struck him out to end the inning. But Minnesota sends 9 to the plate, putting 4 on the board, and they lead 5-1.
/ Mother's Day to learn more.
Chase DeLauder leading off for Cleveland here. Bottom of the 5th. They're down 4.
Well, plenty of game left. Get some base runners and get some base hits with runners in scoring position to get it in. I told you this is a bullpen game for Minnesota.
Liner to left. Larnach moving over, runs it down. Yeah, Derek Shelton could have asked for much more than what Kenry Rojas has given him.
And here he comes. Speaking of, would he hear you talking? Hey, you're right. This guy did a good job. He threw a lot of pitches. He had 5 strikeouts and 3 walks. But he did exactly, probably more than what he was expecting. So he gives him a good pat on the back, and will send him into the dugout and go back into the bullpen.
So we've got a timeout for pitching change, with Twins leading it 5-1. Travis Adams just got called up yesterday, giving Minnesota some much needed reinforcements in the pitching department. Faces Jose Ramirez, who is 1 for 2. Jose knocked in the Guardians' only run in the 3rd with the single to center field.
And that was a 2-out strike as well. He was able to drive it in with 2, but just couldn't do anything after that.
With all the problems that Minnesota has had with their bullpen, you know, down 4 with still so much baseball to be played.
Right. You're right. You're in it. There's plenty of game left.
But Jose is out looking. 2 down.
Now batting for Cleveland, first baseman number 9, Kyle Mansorto.
Well, he was, you know, I don't think I've seen the Jose challenge the strike. Have you this year? I don't recall.
Maybe once.
But if it is, I wasn't there.
I am pretty sure it was one time and it went against him, and it's probably why he won't do it again.
Well, that's the whole unspoken part about ABS is players, you know, are starting to maybe understand that if you challenge and you don't win it, there's maybe a little bit of a public embarrassment that goes along with that. And, you know,
I think you're onto it, because Jose didn't think it was a strike because he came over here and he asked a couple people, was it? Everybody said yeah, and he kind of put his head down mad. I don't think he's comfortable doing it, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Kyle Manzardo takes ball 4, so the Guardians get a 2-out base runner.
Some ways, Arch, don't you think if you're doing it and you think you know the strike zone pretty well, that almost messes with your head a little bit more?
Well, he's 0 for 2
right.
is what the number is. But you know what? If you really think it's out there, then you got to challenge. You find out the hard way. You got to live with it. Part of the process.
I need some life right now, Arch. Just way too quiet over here.
Well, it's been that way.
I know. That's not normal.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, what sparks are going to take? You got to put a couple of things together. You got to get base runners. You got to make things happen. And right now, you can't afford to do, well, not that with Manzardo on to try and steal a base, but.
So now Ryan Jeffers is challenged.
Well, we know how good he is.
Oh,
he missed. He missed one. He's human.
False confirmed. Pitch to the ball.
Look how close.
Wow. That's amazing.
But then again, that's his. He can't feel bad about that. It missed by 1/10 of an inch. What are you supposed to do? That was a close pitch. You take your chances.
Up the middle and through. Hallelujah, Hollywood. Daniel Schneemann has a base hit. And the Guardians have runners at the corners with 2 down here in the 5th.
That's the thing they need. They need a 2-out base hit, and that's the break they could get right there. You miss. When they wanted to challenge that one call, he makes a mistake with a pitch upstairs. Schneemann gets a base knock. You keep the inning going, and now you need a 2-out base hit.
Angel Martinez 0 for 2 today. Down and in, ball 1. Martinez trying to shake the cobwebs from a 1 for 17 slump over the last 6 games.
Well, just get a good pitch to hit. Make sure it's a strike. Okay, not one you wanted. I mean, that was right at the top of the zone. It just clipped the top corner. That's not a good pitch to hit.
Nothing you could do with that one.
No, and then you still got the count in your favor. Here's a pitch you might get to hit. Helped him out. Cutter down and in. Looked like he swung over the top of it. Let's see. And he did. So now back to an even count. Wow, what a late timeout call. Oop. Martinez called timeout. He gave him a late call.
Two on and 2 out in this home half of the 5th inning. 2-2 pitch to Angel. Base hit right field. Run is in. Manzardo scores. Schneemann all the way to 3rd. And the Guardians come back and answer with 3 straight, reaching with 2 out, back-to-back 2-out hits. And Angel picks up RBI number 17 on the year.
Well, there you go. He gets one through with 2 strikes. That's a breaking ball. It was a little below the zone, but it had the plate. So they cut it down. Now it's a 5-2 lead.
There is Travis Bazzana now. He has reached twice today. A walk and an infield hit. And a foul right back. Down and in. And this is probably what makes Adams kind of a difficult guy to face, because what do you zero in on? He's throwing more balls than strikes.
Well, you just look for something you can handle.
Just missed outside. 3 balls and a strike.
And you got the right guy in the box, too. He's sitting for something he likes.
Ball 4, and they are loaded. And the newcomer, Patrick Bailey, is coming to the plate. Pete Mackey is talking with Derek Shelton in the Twins dugout. Do I go out and talk to him? Yeah, why don't you?
Yeah, go settle him down, man. This is the guy he's got to get. One swing of the bat, they're right back in the game.
While they talk it over, we'll get a word here from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Where can you get the guaranteed lowest prices on the top mattress brands for life? Only one place, Levin.
So Patrick Bailey will be the batter. And the pitch is swung on and missed. First pitch changeup. Bailey in the starting lineup with his new team for the first time today. He checks it, was low, 1-1.
Good changeup. Get a good look at that ball now. Starts it inside, had some movement coming down. It was a good pitch, whether he swung at it or not, but you can see how out in front he was. Couldn't double up on it.
The 2-2. Tripled up on it and struck him out. Guardians leave him loaded once again. It is now a 5-2 Minnesota lead. 6th inning. Gavin Williams back out here for Cleveland. Cody Clemens has had his number so far today. 2 for 2, 2 doubles, 2 runs scored.
Well, I'll tell you what, in the first 4 innings, Minnesota swung at 23 pitches. In that 5th inning, they saw 27 and they swung at 20. So they got after him and they did some damage, and he made some mistakes on the plate and he paid for it.
Gave up 6 hits in the 5th inning. And a weak roller to first. Nice shovel over to Gavin Williams by Manzardo. 1 down.
Now batting for Minnesota, shortstop number 2.
Take a look at some of the pitches and some of the swings that Minnesota put on it. They put on a good display in that inning. Watch, middle of the plate, catching a lot of the plate. The breaking balls they turned over, hit some doubles right back up the middle. They were aggressive. They got some pitches to their liking, and they did not miss them. And a career high 10 hits given up by Gavin today. Most of it before this was 8.
Two down. Franco Aliman is getting loose in the Guardian bullpen. Ate him up with a good fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Gavin trying to finish strong. He's at it 100 pitches on the afternoon. And a fly ball right center. Moving over Kwan. Makes the running catch on the warning track. And the Twins go 1-2-3. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 5-2 Twins. Offense anywhere. There's a bunt by Rocchio and a barehand grab, and not in time on the throw to first by Royce Lewis. So Rocchio has his 3rd straight hit on the afternoon.
Yeah, he's done a nice job today. Led off the 3rd. Had 2 outs in the 4th, and now a beautiful bunt here to start this inning off and put some pressure on the defense going back to the top of the lineup. So a nice job of getting on base. Rocchio 3 for 3 today.
Stephen Kwan 0 for 3. 2 for 11 in the series. Started the series off Friday night, had a couple of hits, but held in check last night and again so far here today. In his career, which is all of 4 years, he has been a tremendous first half player. His career numbers going into the All-Star break are very good across the board. So my question is, can the inverse also be true? Maybe this year he's a slow starter, and then the second half he takes off?
Absolutely. There's no rhyme or reason for what happens every year. It's different every year. He's going to go out there and give it his best all year long. It certainly could.
A bouncer to first, and Cody Clemens will retire Kwan eventually. Rocchio in the scoring position. And up comes Chase DeLauder.
Well, no other play except Kwan, so he was just biding his time.
Well, Chase DeLauder 1 out of 3 today.
Be nice to juice one time right here. Bring you right back into the game. We haven't seen that in a while.
Well, I know what you're saying, but even an extra base hit, they have one so far today. But I mean, a double up the alley, we get the crowd going, get some momentum flowing maybe in that dugout. Travis Adams with a 1-2 pitch. Twins have action in their bullpen. Their much maligned bullpen has been anything but in the last 2 games. Right back up the middle. Chase DeLauder delivers an RBI single. That'll chase home Rocchio. And they close the gap to 5-3 on Chase DeLauder's second hit of the afternoon.
They wanted this elevated. That's right where they wanted it, and they paid the price for it because he was able to get on top of that ball, hit a line drive right back up the middle. Rocchio, he'll end up scoring. So his day, he scored a pair of runs today, and now they're only down 2.
Left-hander up in the bullpen, ready in all likelihood to face Manzardo. So this could be the last hitter for Travis Adams. Backdoor cutter caught the outside corner.
Hosey's, you don't see this very often with Hosey, you know. He got rid of that pink bat and went back to one of his old bats. He's frustrated and wants to get a hit right now.
That ball way down out of the zone.
Went down to a knee and had a hit last night. Again, he's going down to stay alive. It's almost like, Rick, he's trying to cover every square inch of home plate.
Yeah.
In, out, up, down.
Yeah, he's swinging a lot of pitches you can't hit. He's lucky to foul them off. I mean, he's been doing that for quite some time now. He's swinging at pitches that are very difficult to hit. They're not strikes.
That's going to go foul at the first base side.
How many times have you seen him in that batter's box sort of like shake his head, you know, where he's saying, man, you know, he's having a clubhouse meeting with himself.
Playing chess against himself. Two. And popped him up. Lee, the shortstop, makes the catch, and there are 2 down. So Kyle Manzardo coming up has walked twice and scored a run, and here comes Derek Shelton. He will go for his left-hander. I believe Taylor Rogers was up in the Minnesota bullpen. Now it's going to be Anthony Banda. So Banda will be coming in, and while he makes his way to the center of the diamond, we send it down to Andre.
Thank you very much, Matt. You know, as Kyle Manzardo comes to the...
He's bigger than baseball.
Absolutely.
In life. And then when it comes to family and somebody like your mom, dad, or any relative, it's certainly much bigger, and you got to battle your way through things. And he certainly has, and he's done a nice job with it.
It's easy when it's your livelihood, as Rhys Hoskins will pinch hit for Manzardo. I mean, when that's the way you pay the bills and support your family, it's easy to get wrapped up in how important each day is and each at-bat is and each game is. But then something like that
makes you totally forget about it.
Yeah, it just kind of
absolutely
shakes you up big time. Hoskins takes, it's down low, ball 1. Anthony Bonda faced 6 hitters in the 8th inning on Friday night. He was charged with 1 run on 2 hits, and he walked 1, made 22 pitches. He tried to hold up, but
he did.
He was unable to do it somehow.
He caught a break. There's been the close ones. He hadn't called one yet today at first.
Hoskins with a high pop to left. Larnach coming in now, makes the catch. Guardians chip away. It's 5-3 Minnesota now as we head to the 7th.
Low price. For complete info and to build your own 6-pack, head to CLEGuardians.com.
Well, the Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen has been made for Franco Aleman, making his big league debut. And Aleman with a first pitch strike in there to Byron Buxton. Aleman was drafted by the Guardians in the 10th round back in 21. Checked to swing, he did not go. He's a big dude at 6'7".
Yeah,
250 pounds. And he gives you that little turn.
Well, he turns right. You can see the back. You see the numbers, and then he comes at you. And you're right. He is a big dude out there.
He was on the move collegiately. He began his college career as a teammate of Logan Allen's at Florida International. Also pitched at junior college, St. John's River State College, well known down in Lakeside, Florida. Pitched for the Gators his junior year. Also spent a little time in the Cape Cod League. Came to the U.S. by way of Cuba as a youngster.
Matt, I think we're going to see his split here. He's got a nasty one, as I've been told. Oh, good timeout from Buxton, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's throwing nothing but heaters, but I've been told he's got a nasty split to go with this heater, Arch. A lot of high praise for what he's been able to do over the last year or so.
Again, you got a guy making his major league debut, and Patrick Bailey in his first game with the team. And he struck him out. His first batter is Byron Buxton, and he's in the book as he goes down hacking.
Well, that was no splitter, but I'll tell you what, he threw the fastball by him.
I like that they stuck with the heat. It's
Up
a
top,
good one.
you watch it. I mean, it's right there. You're going to see it eventually, but that would be a perfect setup pitch if you missed with that or he didn't swing at it. To come back with a good split, but just powered him by.
Now Trevor Larnach 0 for 3. Has struck out, grounded out, flied out today. There's a slider and a really good one.
He said the best advice he got was from Eric Sabrowski, who told him this is just like every other ballpark you've ever played in. Just go pitch. He said your stuff will work here just fine.
Hit ball to third, and it get by Schneemann.
That hit a lip. That hit a lip on the infield, and it stayed down on Schneemann. You may not have seen it, but watch this ball skip. I mean, it was hit well, and it was a nice backhanded play to be there. Look at the ball stayed down.
Oh, yeah, I see it now.
It hit the lip, and it gets by him. That wasn't his fault. That ball was hit hard. It'll go as a hit. I think he makes the play if it doesn't happen.
Ryan Jeffers 1 out of 3 today to the plate. High pop up on the infield. Rocchio calls off Schneemann, and the shortstop has it 2 down. It's not exactly subtle. It's fairly noticeable, but obviously when he's got a runner on base, the back turn is abbreviated.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, you don't want to give a base runner extra chance.
Now Josh Bell looks at the ball in the dirt. Bell struck out in 7 straight plate appearances and then delivered a 2-out RBI single on an 0-2 pitch in that 5th inning. Man, on that follow through, I could hear the bat hit his back from all the way up
I
here.
know. It has to hurt, right?
That's what I was thinking.
Ugh.
Franco Aliman in his major league debut, trying to put up a goose egg here in the 7th. And the 1-2. That time he went to the full back turn.
Yeah, you could probably do that with Larnach on base. He has 1 stolen base, and that's it. He's not a guy that runs.
Did you hear that back? You hear that in his back?
Was that the bat or a piece of the helmet?
No, it's his back. That bat, when he follows through, it hits him square between the 5 and the 6 on the back of his jersey. I've never seen a guy do what he does, which is he chokes up like halfway up the bat on his little practice swing. And then watch, he'll start with the bat almost draped straight down his back. He turned out of the way.
That's backside.
That's a low bat.
Runner goes up and away. Throw by Bailey in time, and they got him. Stretch time in Cleveland. 5-3 Minnesota. And the Guardians will have Schneemann, Martinez, and Bazana coming up. But on this Mother's Day, we'll keep it right here as we pause for the playing of God Bless America by the lovely a head scratcher so far this year. As you take a look at the injury report, brought to you by the injury attorneys at Elk & Elk. Angels will be in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Well, this guy is not going to be a part of that ball club, and it's pretty good because he's had some good games against us in the past. 9 for 22, 3 homers, 4 ribbies, but he will not be with the Angels when they come in tomorrow night.
Angels Angels are dead last in the AL West. The only team with a winning record in the West, the division-leading Athletics. So you've got the A's, the Guardians, and then
Yankees.
the top two teams in the East, the Tampa Bay Rays and the New York Yankees. That's the only teams above 500 in the American League on this, the 10th of May. Here is a swing and a miss by Daniel Schneemann. That's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Skipped it in there. Schneemann walked in the 3rd, singled in the 5th.
Well, they've been able to put single runs on the board in the last 2 innings. Get that leadoff man aboard and see what happens. They have 9 hits today, only 1 extra base hit. It was Brian Rocchio back in the 4th inning, a double.
Chased one off the outside edge. 1 down. Anthony Bonda has been a bit of a workhorse for Minnesota. He's kind of on that every other day program. Pitched in 10 out of the last 18 games.
And it's not going to get any easier, I don't think, for a while until they can get some starters back in there that they can count on. That's going to be healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's the key. I mean, they're going to get a lot of work.
10 out of 18. That was before today. So that's 11 out of 19. So truly, he's that every other day guy. But as we know, those kind of things do tend to run in cycles.
Yeah, with every team throughout the course of the year. I mean, hopefully you don't want to get them burned out early in the year. You always say, hey, we got to count on our starters to give us at least 5 innings, hopefully 6. You can't get that. You know, it could be a long year for a while.
The one thing you never count on, or you try to have a contingencies in place, but when you get starters that go down successively
a couple times through the rotation is all it takes.
A word here from Auto Owners Insurance.
With the right coverage from Auto Owners, when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered. That's simple human sense.
Anthony Bonda with back-to-back strikeouts. And now Travis Bazzana.
You know, you guys talk about the bullpen situation for the Minnesota Twins. Like you guys said, with starters getting hurt where they're at, where's the end of the tunnel come? You know, when will they have some help with that? Because they don't have enough starters right now, it doesn't look like.
Well, I know.
You know?
It looks like they're going to be okay for the next series, but you can't live like that for.
But all it takes, as Matt was saying, is one guy having a,
one of your starters that you depend on that doesn't get through his 5 innings.
And we haven't talked about it. Bradley was their best pitcher, the kid that was supposed to pitch today. He's been fantastic.
Yeah, he really has been.
Yeah. Pablo Lopez went down on the first day of spring training.
Right. Yeah, that's something you could never count on, and you can never prepare for.
Right. Well,
you just got to live day by day now.
But if you had Lopez, Joe Ryan, who we saw last night, and Bradley, that's a decent top 3 of your rotation. And now 2 of the 3 are down.
If it was 10 degrees warmer, we wouldn't have coats on right now.
Oh, here we go. Arch keeps telling me just wait a week or 2.
3 weeks.
He keeps saying it.
3 weeks.
3 now. You told me that 3 weeks ago.
No, I did not. I didn't see you 3 weeks ago.
Here you go.
22,475 bundled up to some degree. Some of them in the sunshine. Maybe just a thin layer, a sweatshirt or 2. But over there in the shade, it's
not as
a little cooler.
Yeah.
Travis Pizzana went for a new piece of lumber. He has walked twice and singled, so 3 more times on base today for Pizzana. Up high, and he's not done yet. Full count. Pop to left, and Larnach makes the catch. We head to the 8th. 5-3 Minnesota.
Special kids-friendly activities in the family deck, and all the kids can run the bases after the ball game thanks to Cleveland Clinic Children's. Get your tickets, CLEGuardians.com.
Josh Bell back up to bat here after Trevor Larnach was thrown out trying to steal to end the top of the 7th inning. Franco Aliman in his major league debut, pitching a scoreless 7th inning with a strikeout. Trying to give him another inning of relief now. Line toward left center field, and it will get down for a hit. So Josh Bell with his 2nd consecutive single.
Yeah, he got on top of that one. Hit a nice line drive. That's hit number 12 for Minnesota today. They had 13 in the game Friday night, only 2 last night, and they're back at it again today with 12.
Double play ball to short. Rocchio to Pizzana. On to Rhys Hoskins. They turn a pair.
That's the 3rd double play that the Guardians have turned tonight. And it was nicely done. The backhand by Rocchio, and flips it over to Manzana, and he flips it to first.
Luke Keyshaw takes a strike. Keyshaw has hit into 2 of those double plays, the traditional 5-4-3 around the horn. He also hit into the rather unusual foul out to the first baseman, who flipped to the pitcher to double off the runner at first base.
Yeah, Martin was trying to steal a base and went diving into second head first and never picked up the baseball.
And the 0-2, did he go on the appeal? No, I don't think Brock Blue signaled yes one time today.
No, he has not. It's been a no, no, no all day long.
Center field, Kwan. And another scoreless inning of work for Franco Aliman in his 7th inning stretch on this Mother's Day. 5-3, Twins lead it. New pitcher is Luis Garcia. Now Garcia picked up his first save last night in the ball game. Garcia began the year with the Mets, came over to the Twins. In 11 innings of work this year, he's given up 18 hits. But in last night's game, he worked a scoreless bottom of the 11th inning. David Fry pinch hitting for Patrick Bailey here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Bailey 0 for 3 in his Guardians debut. Just outside, 2-0. David Fry, then Brian Rocchio, and Stephen Kwan due up third. With Fry pinch hitting, that leaves Petey Halpin and Austin Hedges as the only remaining players on the bench. Line drive, left field, dropping, base hit. Fry is aboard to start the bottom of the 8th.
Up next to the guard, shortstop number 4,
Brian Rocchio's had a day.
Yeah, he started off with a nice base hit the other way, took the hole, then he hits his double off the wall, and then a beautiful leadoff bunt base hit right here to start that inning off. He scored back in the 3rd and in the 6th. Now he's going to try and get hit number 4 and put him on the corners. Really open it up here.
It's outside, ball 1. Left field, center field, dropping, it's down a hit.
How about that? That shattered his bat.
Yeah, he just kind of almost threw the bat at it, and it literally broke in 2.
The handle, he had the handle in his hand. The bat went halfway to the pitcher's mound, but that bat, hey, it ended a hero, man. He had 4 hits in that thing today. Right off the end of the bat, you can see it. The barrel coming your way. He's still got the handle in his hand. But that's a 4 for 4 day, and the inning is set up right now. So a great afternoon by Rocchio.
Stephen Kwan, go ahead run at the plate. He squares and pulls it back for ball 1. Royce Lewis in on the grass at 3rd. Cody Clemens pinching in a little bit at first. Now he's kind of running in from his first base position, and Kwan again pulls it back. It's 2-0.
Well, the key here is he's not throwing him strikes, so he's got the count in his favor.
Chase DeLauder is your on-deck hitter. 3-0.
Yeah, he's having a tough time throwing strikes, and Kwan's going to continue to do that until he can get in the zone.
Well, the Guardians have had absolutely no luck with the bases loaded in this series.
Look at him move up on the plate. He's just trying to scare him a little bit, and he got the walk.
They're going to challenge that pitch.
Catcher's challenging.
This looked like a strike.
Well, it went. Wow. Right down the
Calls
middle.
overturned, pitches a strike. Minnesota has 1 challenge remaining.
Maybe Quinn got blocked out when Kwan squared around as well. You know, sometimes you always talk about that. The hitter squares around the bunt. Maybe the umpire got blocked out. That was clearly a strike. So 3-1. He bunts it. It's fair. The play is at first, and they got him.
Yeah, the only play. Beautiful job. You know, Kwan could bunt. He has no problem doing it. He gets the sacrifice. He moves the tying runs into scoring position on that sacrifice.
And I think Chase thought they were going to intentionally walk him. He was undressing at home plate. He had taken his shin guard off, dropped his batting gloves.
I know he's doing okay, but I don't know if they're going to walk you to get to Jose, even though he's not swinging a bat all that well.
Well, I was going to say, I think that's a blessing in disguise that it wasn't ball 4 to Kwan, because they're 0 for 9 with the bases loaded. So don't load the bases.
Well, how about clear the bases? Yeah, okay. They're going to walk me. Well, just kidding.
Now, Matt, you were just talking about trends a few innings ago.
Tops it. Coming home and scoring a run is David Fry. It's now 5-4. DeLauder picks up his second RBI of the afternoon, number 25 on the year. This has been a workman-like offense today. Just a little bit at a time.
Well, they've scored in 4 innings, but all 1 run. And the difference is when Minnesota had the 6 hits in the 1 inning, they were able to put 4 spot on the board.
They're running the picket fence at him. Don't get caught watching the paint dry. $23 hits combined in the ballgame. After last night, there were 4. Ryan Rocchio, the runner down at third base. He'll be on high alert for a ball in the dirt. Luis Garcia gave up back-to-back singles to start the inning. A run is in. The tying run is at third, and the 3-1 pitch to Jose.
Yeah. All 4. We didn't run any part of them.
And yet another visit from Pete Mackey, the pitching coach. Reese Hoskins, who batted for Kyle Manzardo in the 6th, will be the batter as he tries to break loose and put the Guardians back in a tie, or maybe give them the lead with one big mighty swing of the bat.
Yeah, it just looked like Garcia didn't want to throw anything close for Jose, and probably rightfully so. Even though he is not swinging the bat like he could be. But he is on base. That is the go-ahead run. So if he could find a gap, you could score 2.
Yeah,
I don't know how long Jose is going to stay at first base.
That's exactly what I was going to say right there. He probably won't be hanging around long.
No, I wouldn't think so.
The American League stolen base leader, Jose Ramirez. There he goes. He didn't waste any time.
No, you knew he was going to be off on the first pitch. They give him second base, so now it takes a base hit, and you can have the lead.
To third. Backhanded by Lewis. The throw across on the money.
Nice play.
That was a big time play by Royce Lewis, and it bails out the Twins here. Guardians turning 2 today. Our progressive defensive play of the game. Around the horn they go 5-4-3. That was in the 4th inning, and then in the 8th, a smash to short. Yeah. And they do it again.
Yeah, nicely done.
9th inning. Guardians down a run. Tim Herron on the pitch now for Cleveland. And a swing and a miss by Cody Clemens. Bottom third of the Twins order here. Clemens, Brooks Lee, and Royce Lewis. And then if you're thinking about the bottom of the 9th, Guardians will be sending up Daniel Schneemann, Angel Martinez, and Travis Bazzana. David Fry now behind the plate.
What a day.
Base hit for Cody Clemens. That's number 3. 2 doubles and now a single as he shot it through the other side.
Yeah, he swung it very well this afternoon.
After Rhys Hoskins was unable to deliver.
A little frustration.
Bunt attempt, but it's fouled the first base side.
They're looking to maybe add another run, but Lee has 2 singles today. He's driven in 1.
The amazing part, this is the part of the order that's given the Guardians fits today.
Yeah, so the bottom part has been outstanding. He got over there in time. Yeah, they've got 6 hits in the game.
Travis had a long way to go to get there.
Well, he's there in time. Scary for a pitcher. You look up and you don't see anybody over there, but you got to lead them. Oh, off and running. Oh, what a jump. He didn't make him stop. Boy, oh boy, left-handers. There's nothing you could do there for Fry behind the plate. He just had, watch him, he had that time jump. There it is, and he's got a running start. And you can see he gets in there easily. So now they got to bring the infield in to try and cut off this insurance run.
Royce Lewis, an RBI double and a run scored back in the 5th.
Times he's been able to get that guy in. Don't leave him anything slow out over the plate. I'd go inside on his hands.
Swung on and missed. A really good slider from Tim Herron. 2 down.
He wanted to go in with that back foot slider. He didn't get it in where they wanted, but he still got the swing and miss. Good pitch, so now a chance to get out of the inning.
Bucks, I think they're going to walk it in that bank.
Yeah. Makes sense.
They didn't walk it last night and it burned them.
Now batting for Minnesota, left fielder number 9, Trevor Larnach.
He drove in the winning run with a double high off the left field wall. So they'll take their shot with Trevor Larnach with 2 down here in the top half of the 9th inning. Pinch hitter here. This is going to be Vic Caratini to bat for Trevor Larnach.
Pitch hitting for Minnesota, number 37, Victor Caratini.
Caratini will use a timeout before he even sees a pitch. Switch hitter was 0 for 4 last night. 1 for 8 in the series. Aaron has done a nice job on the attack. 8 out of 10 pitches for strikes. Make it 9 out of 11.
You can throw that four-seamer in there to the right-handed hitters. That's what can make him awfully tough. And then he's got that back foot slider to follow it up if he need be. But it keeps the right-handers honest.
A little low. Buxton took off.
They don't care about him right now. They want the out. They want the hitter.
2 in scoring position with 2 down. Foul back. He had a good pass at it. One to right field. DeLauder going back, drifting onto the warning track, pulls it down. And Minnesota strands 2 in scoring position. So we're headed to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Guardians. Well, Yoendrys Gomez, he pitched in last night's ball game. He's getting an opportunity to save it for Minnesota. They lead by a run. Daniel Schneemann leads it off.
Arch, you got a new glove. The purple rain glove is gone. He's gone to an original colored glove today.
Okay. Looks better.
Schneemann in the air to left. James Outman makes the catch. 1 down.
Now for Cleveland, left fielder number 1, Angel Martinez.
Angel Martinez 1 for 4 with an RBI single. Backhanded by the first baseman Clemens, and the flip is in time, 2 away. So that's going to leave it up to Travis Bazzana.
Clemens go over there, and he made the flip look pretty easy. He's on the move. He just leads the pitcher to get to first base, and they get the second out. Go down to their last out now.
Travis Bazzana has reached base safely 3 times this afternoon. He's down to his last strike here in the bottom of the 9th.
I appreciate it.
Such a polite young man. Here's the 0-2. Out of play. Gomez again ready. And now time called by Ryan Jeffers. Guardians are down to their last strike. And now the 0-2 from Gomez. And he spoils one to stay alive. One of our keys to the game earlier was watch the lob. Last night the Guardians stranded 13 men on base. They've left a dozen more today. Slow chopper to short. That'll do it. So Minnesota comes to Cleveland and takes the series after dropping the opener. The Guardians offense has just fallen flat. Minnesota wins it by a final of 5-4. And they will head out of town with a mark of 18-23. While Cleveland falls back to 500 again at 21-21.
Yeah, an opportunity where this is the first time since 23 that Minnesota has won a series in this ballpark.
It's hard to make heads or tails of the season so far.
It really is. I mean, you have an opportunity, and you know, you were looking forward to this homestand. It's going to be a long one. You still got two more teams coming in, and it could be a very successful one. But now you got to get over after winning that first game. They lose it back-to-back, and today the one that really hurts, it was against a bullpen game, and they had the worst bullpen in baseball, and they couldn't take advantage of that one. So that's a crusher. They had opportunities. You had your best pitcher on the mound, Gavin Williams, or one of them, and you couldn't win that ball game. That's one that's very, very difficult to swallow right now.
They don't play them on paper, but on paper this one looked like a game the Guardians should have won. Stay tuned now for Guardians postgame. We will be back with you tomorrow night when the Guardians welcome in the Angels for a 3-game series